There are times when we wait years for an answer. Today, Saint Michael the Archangel brings something special for those who have believed until now. Prepare your heart. A great surprise will be revealed. But first, subscribe to the channel and comment where you're watching from, and then, do you feel it? That gentle tremor in your spirit, that inexplicable unease. It's no coincidence you're reading these words right now. This is a sacred moment, a divine instant where the heavens open and a powerful revelation descends upon your life. You've ignored the signs, but you can no longer pretend you don't see them. God is speaking directly to you, and this message is the echo of His voice resonating in your heart. How long have you been walking in circles, sensing there's something greater in store for your life? Years have passed while you watched others prosper, while your prayers seemed to hit a brass ceiling, while your dreams remained dormant seeds, awaiting the right season to germinate. But today, at this very moment, the winds of heaven are shifting. Can you feel the spiritual atmosphere transforming around you? It's as if an invisible veil is being lifted from your eyes, revealing truths that have always been there, but which you couldn't see. Saint Michael the Archangel, the Prince of the heavenly host, stands beside you at this moment, his sword drawn, ready to break the chains that have held your prosperity captive. The coincidences you've experienced in recent weeks are not accidental. That number you keep, seeing that recurring dream, that person who mentioned something that deeply touched your heart. These are all divine signs pointing to this moment. The spiritual universe is in motion, and you are at the epicenter of a supernatural transformation. Let me reveal something few understand. There is a kairos time, a divinely ordained moment for every turning point in our lives. And May 2025 is not just another month on your calendar. It's the prophetic marker of your financial breakthrough. The doors that have been closed for years, the ones you've tried to open with your own strength, are about to swing open through heavenly intervention. Remember the story of Peter in prison. While the church prayed fervently, an angel appeared, his chains fell away, and the doors opened supernaturally. In the same way, Saint Michael the Archangel is assigned to your financial liberation. The chains of scarcity, the shackles of debt, the bonds of limitation, all of this is about to crumble. But just as Peter had to rise and follow the angel, you need to take a step of faith. This is a call to awaken, to shake off the dust of disbelief, and to position yourself on a new level of spiritual authority. The manna that fell for the Israelites wasn't gathered by lazy hands. They had to go out and collect their daily portion. Your supernatural provision requires your active participation. Look around you. The signs of change are already manifesting. That idea that popped into your mind isn't random. That opportunity beginning to emerge on the horizon isn't a coincidence. That unexpected contact resurfacing in your life isn't chance. These are pieces of a divine puzzle assembling before your eyes. The scriptures reveal that the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. 2 Chronicles 16:9 NIV. At this moment, those divine eyes are fixed on you. Yes, you. Don't look around for someone else. This word is specific to your life. The Lord has seen your faithfulness in hidden moments, your prayers in the wee hours, your tears shed in secret. And now a new spiritual dawn is breaking over your life. The financial darkness that has obscured your path is being dispelled by the light of divine provision. Like the sun rising on the horizon, scattering the shadows of night, so will your breakthrough be gradual but inevitable, constant but irreversible, powerful but natural. You need to understand the magnitude of this moment. Just as Esther was prepared for such a time as this, you too have been strategically positioned for this prophetic hour. Your struggles weren't in vain. They were part of the preparation process. Your difficulties weren't punishment. They were refinement. Your delays weren't denial, they were protection. Saint Michael the Archangel, in his heavenly authority, is declaring Ephatha, be opened, over every closed door in your life. This angelic decree resonates in the spiritual realms, causing tremors in the structures that have hindered your progress. Like the walls of Jericho that fell at a shout, so will the obstacles in your path crumble. But pay attention. This is a moment that requires keen spiritual discernment. Not everyone will understand what's happening in your life. Like Mary, who treasured all these things in her heart, you too will need to keep certain revelations secret. Your transformation will be visible, but the process needs to be protected. What is being released over your life at this moment is not just a financial blessing, it's a transfer of spiritual authority. Like Joseph, who went from prison to palace in a single day, you are being elevated to a new position of influence and prosperity. The keys to the kingdom are being placed in your hands. This is a call to awaken your dormant faith, to rekindle the flame of supernatural expectation. The same God who multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fish, who turned water into wine, who made the widow's oil never run out, this same God is extending his hand over your life now. Can you feel the weight of this prophetic word? Can you discern the spiritual authority being released at this moment? If your spirit is vibrating in agreement with this message, if your heart is racing with the expectation of the supernatural, know that this is divine confirmation. From this moment forward, you need to start behaving like someone who has already received their victory. Your words need to change. Your expectations need to align with this revelation. Your posture needs to reflect this new anointing being poured out over your life. This is not a time for doubt or hesitation. Like Peter walking on water, you need to keep your eyes fixed on the promise, not on the circumstances. The waves of economic instability may roar around you, but you are walking in a supernatural dimension of provision. If you believe this message is a prophetic word for your life, if your spirit testifies to this revelation, declare aloud now, I receive this blessing. May 2025 is the month of my financial breakthrough. The doors that were closed are opening supernaturally. This is only the beginning. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the divine signs confirming this prophetic word in your life. Prepare yourself. A journey of extraordinary revelations is just beginning. Now that your spirit is awakened to this prophetic word, it's time to open your eyes to the divine signs that have been manifesting in your life. Like a sacred code being deciphered, every detail of your recent journey has a deeper meaning than you imagine. God doesn't only speak through grand events, his voice echoes in the small coincidences, the chance encounters, the seemingly random dreams that have visited your nights. Have you noticed how certain numbers seem to haunt you lately? How certain doors have inexplicably closed, while others, unexpected ones, begin to open? There are no coincidences in the spiritual realm. Every detour in your path, every no you've received, every apparent delay, all have been orchestrated by the divine hand to position you exactly where you need to be for this turning point. Saint Michael the Archangel, in his heavenly wisdom, has prepared the spiritual ground for your financial transformation. Like a divine strategist, he has moved pieces on the spiritual chessboard, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities. That recurring dream of crystal-clear water, it's a sign of purification and abundance approaching. That persistent feeling that something big is about to happen, it's your spirit picking up the celestial frequencies of change. Let me reveal something profound. Just as there are natural seasons, there are also spiritual seasons. And May 2025 represents not just a month on your calendar, it's a prophetic convergence of divine factors. It's as if the celestial GPS is announcing, you have arrived at your destination of prosperity. Look back for a moment. Notice how certain doors that seemed promising inexplicably closed in recent months. This wasn't rejection, it was divine protection. Like a father who prevents his child from grabbing a broken toy because he has a better gift stored away, God has spared you from paths that seemed good but wouldn't lead you to your prophetic destiny. The dreams that have visited your nights aren't mere creations of your subconscious. They are pages from the prophetic book that God is writing in your life. That feeling of swimming in deep waters, it represents the depths of divine provision being released, the recurring vision of doors opening. It's an echo of what Saint Michael the Archangel is accomplishing in the spiritual realm. Do you remember that chance encounter you had recently? That person who crossed your path and mentioned something that seemed to deeply touch your spirit? It wasn't an accident, it was a prophetic marker, a divine confirmation of what's to come. Like John the Baptist prepared the way for Jesus, certain people are being strategically positioned in your life to prepare the way for your prosperity. The financial difficulties you've faced aren't punishment, they are preparation. Like an athlete who trains with weights to build strength, you've been exercising spiritual endurance. Every overdue bill, every unmet need, every moment of scarcity has served to develop in you faith, muscles that will be essential to sustain the prosperity that is coming. Observe the patterns that have repeated themselves in your life, that specific number appearing in different contexts. It's like a divine code, a sign from heaven saying, "We are working in your favor." The places you've been, the people you've met, the words you've heard, all form a divine mosaic that only now begins to make sense. Saint Michael the Archangel, in his role as a heavenly warrior, doesn't just open doors. He also closes loopholes that the enemy has used to steal your prosperity. That feeling that something was always draining your resources, it was real. But now a supernatural protection is being established over your finances. Like a divine shield, the angelic presence is sealing every loophole, closing every crack where spiritual leakage occurred. Have you noticed how certain old prophetic words are starting to make sense now? That message you received months or years ago, which seemed to lie dormant in your spirit. It was like a seed planted, waiting for the right season to germinate. And this is the season. The spiritual soil is fertile, the prophetic climate is favorable, and the harvest is ripe. The coincidences in your life have formed a divine pattern pointing to May 2025. It's as if every piece of the puzzle is finally finding its place. That business that didn't work out in the past, it was because God had something greater in store for this moment. That job you didn't get, it was because your destiny wasn't to be employed, but to be an employer. The signs are everywhere, like stars forming a divine constellation in your life. That song that has played repeatedly in your ears, it's a prophetic melody announcing your victory. That word that has stood out in your Bible readings, it's a key verse for your season of prosperity. And now, pay attention to this. Have your dreams become more vivid lately? Have you been waking up with inexplicable feelings of peace and expectation? Saint Michael the Archangel has been working even during your sleep, preparing your spirit to receive the magnitude of the blessing of that is to come. Like Joseph, who received divine guidance through dreams, you are being instructed and prepared even during your rest. The doors that have been closed for years weren't just physical barriers. They were spiritual portals that needed the right time and the right anointing to be opened. And now the heavenly authority of Saint Michael the Archangel, combined with this prophetic moment, is creating the necessary force for these doors to open supernaturally. Have you noticed an unusual stirring in your spirit? A holy restlessness you can't explain. It's your inner being resonating with the celestial frequencies of change. Like a tuning fork vibrating in harmony with the correct note, your spirit is vibrating in agreement with the divine decrees being released over your life. Every obstacle you've faced in recent times has served as a springboard for your leap of faith. Every no you've received has been a divine redirection to the greater yes that is reserved for you. Like Moses, who had to wander in the desert before finding the way to the promised land, your detours have been part of the divine positioning process. If you are perceiving the depth of these signs, if your spirit is witnessing these revelations, declare now, "I see the signs of God. I recognize His hand working in my life. The coincidences are actually God incidences preparing my victory." This is only the second chapter of your prophetic journey. In the following moments, we will delve even deeper into the revelations that God has in store for your life. Prepare your heart. The most extraordinary revelations are yet to come. The time has come for deep spiritual introspection. As divine signs manifest around you, a question echoes in the deepest chambers of your soul. Are you truly living the purpose for which you were created? This isn't a casual question. It's a divine call to awaken from spiritual slumber and prepare for the battle that precedes your greatest victory. Like a warrior who needs to sharpen his sword before battle, you need to sharpen your spiritual discernment at this moment. What has truly held you back from moving forward? It's not the external circumstances, it's the internal battles that need to be won first. Like David facing Goliath, your greatest giant isn't what's in front of you, but the fears and limitations that dwell within you. Saint Michael the Archangel, the Prince of the Heavenly Host, stands beside you at this hour of spiritual awakening. Just as he led the armies of heaven in battle against the forces of darkness, he is assigned to lead you in your battle for financial liberation. But understand, this isn't primarily a battle in the natural realm. It's a war that is fought first in the spiritual realm. Have you wondered why certain situations seem to repeat themselves in your life? Why do the same patterns of financial limitation keep resurfacing, no matter how hard you try to change them? It's because there's a deeper dimension that needs to be addressed, like a tree that doesn't bear fruit because its roots are diseased. Your prosperity has been limited by spiritual roots that need to be dealt with. Let me take you to a place of spiritual self-awareness. When was the last time you truly examined your beliefs about prosperity? What voices from the past still echo in your mind saying you don't deserve abundance? What traumatic experiences have created blockages in your receiving channel? Like Jacob, who wrestled with the angel until he received his blessing, you need to face these issues head-on. The battle unfolding at this moment is not against flesh and blood. It's against mental and spiritual strongholds that have kept you captive. Like the Israelites who had to conquer Canaan city by city, you need to reconquer spiritual territory that has been stolen. Every lie you've believed about your finances, every negative decree you've accepted about your prosperity, all of this needs to be identified and demolished. Saint Michael the Archangel, in his heavenly authority, is bringing to light areas of your life that have remained in the shadows. Like a powerful spotlight illuminating a dark room, his angelic presence is revealing negative patterns that need to be broken. That fear of success you didn't even know you had, that unconscious guilt for desiring prosperity, that tendency to sabotage your own achievements. Everything is being exposed to be dealt with. Have you ever stopped to think why some people seem to attract prosperity naturally, while others constantly struggle with scarcity? It's not a matter of luck or destiny. It's a matter of spiritual alignment. Like an antenna that needs to be correctly positioned to receive the signal, your inner being needs to be aligned with the divine decrees of prosperity. This is a moment of brutal honesty with yourself. What secret agreements have you made with poverty? What unconscious pacts with scarcity need to be broken? Like Gideon, who had to tear down the altars of Baal before leading Israel to victory, you need to identify and destroy the altars of limitation in your life. The battle unfolding now is multidimensional. In the spiritual realm, Saint Michael, the Archangel, is confronting forces that have blocked your prosperity. In the mental realm, divine truths are challenging ingrained lies. In the emotional realm, deep healings are taking place. Like concentric waves expanding from a central point, your liberation is manifesting in all dimensions of your existence. Notice how your own language needs to change. What words have you used to describe your financial situation? What negative prophecies have you declared over yourself? Like the spies who brought back a negative report about the Promised Land, your words may be sabotaging your entry into the prosperity that God has reserved for you. This is a call to awaken your dormant spiritual authority. Like a lion awakening, from its slumber, your inner strength needs to be activated at this moment. That shyness about money, it needs to be replaced with holy boldness. That conformity to mediocrity, it needs to give way to sanctified ambition. Saint Michael the Archangel is releasing upon you an anointing of spiritual warfare. Like Joshua receiving instructions from the Prince of the Lord's army, you are being instructed in divine battle strategies. Every prayer you make, every declaration you utter, every step of faith you take, all must be done with awareness of your spiritual authority. The battle you face isn't just yours, it's part of a larger conflict in the spiritual realm. Like Esther, who was strategically positioned to save her people, your financial victory has implications that extend beyond your personal life. Your prosperity will be a testimony, a prophetic declaration for others who are trapped in the same chains from which you are being liberated. This is a moment of intensive preparation. Like an athlete preparing for a major competition, you need to develop spiritual discipline. Your mind needs to be renewed, your habits need to be aligned, your faith needs to be exercised. Each morning is an opportunity to reaffirm your position of victory. Each night is a moment to consolidate conquered territory. Are you beginning to feel a new strength emerging within you? A holy determination that didn't exist before? It's the awakening of the spiritual warrior that exists within you. Like David, who went from shepherd boy to king of Israel, an anointing of royalty is being activated in your spirit. The battle unfolding is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who, like Caleb, have a different spirit and follow the Lord fully. The voices of fear, doubt, and disbelief will try to discourage you, but like Elijah, who heard the gentle whisper of God, amidst the storm, you need to tune your spiritual ears to the frequency of faith. Saint Michael the Archangel is establishing a spiritual covering over your life at this moment. Like a divine shield, his angelic presence is creating an atmosphere of protection and victory around you. The arrows of discouragement will not penetrate, the spears of doubt will not prevail, the swords of fear will not reach you. If you are ready to take your position in this spiritual battle, if your heart resonates with this divine summons, declare, "Now with all authority, I am strong and I will overcome. The strongholds of limitation are falling. May 2025 is my month of complete victory." This is only the third chapter of your prophetic journey. In the following moments, we will delve even deeper into the specific breaking of the blockages that have hindered your prosperity. Prepare yourself. The most powerful revelations are yet to come. The decisive moment in your prophetic journey has arrived, the sacred instant of confronting and breaking every blockage that has hindered the flow of your prosperity. Like a dammed river that finally finds its release, your financial abundance is about to erupt, with a force that will surprise even the most skeptical. Saint Michael the Archangel, with his celestial sword, is strategically positioned to sever every chain, demolish every wall, and open every locked door in your life. Can you feel the spiritual atmosphere becoming denser? It's the weight of divine glory descending upon your life at this moment. Like the day Peter's chains fell supernaturally in prison, a supernatural power is being released now to break every structure of limitation in your financial life. But for this liberation to be complete, we need to identify and confront each specific blockage. First, let's address the generational curses that have affected your finances. Like corrupted spiritual DNA, there are negative patterns that have repeated themselves in your family generation after generation. That difficulty in keeping money, that tendency to always be in debt, that cycle of starting projects and never finishing them, these aren't coincidences. They are manifestations of spiritual currents that need to be broken. Saint Michael, the Archangel, in his heavenly authority, is bringing to light deep roots of limitation that were planted long before you were born. Like a spiritual surgeon, he is exposing areas of blockage that have operated in the shadows of your family history. That great-great-grandfather who took a vow of poverty, that ancient promise never to prosper, that curse word spoken over your ancestors, everything is being exposed to be cancelled. The word Ephphatha, meaning be opened, is not just a liturgical expression, it's a celestial decree with power to reorganize spiritual realities. When Jesus uttered this word, the ears of the deaf were opened and their tongues were loosed. In the same way, when we pronounce Ephphatha over your finances, blocked channels of prosperity begin to open, sealed sources of abundance begin to flow. But let's go deeper. There are financial traumas that need to be healed. That bankruptcy you experienced, that investment that went wrong, that betrayal in business that left you distrustful. Each negative experience created a layer of protection in your heart, a wall of self-preservation that, while protecting you from pain, has also blocked your ability to receive prosperity. Saint Michael the Archangel is ministering deep healing in these traumatized areas. Like a celestial balm being poured over old wounds, his angelic presence is restoring your ability to trust, to risk, to believe again. That paralyzing fear of losing everything, It's being replaced by an unshakable trust in divine provision. That constant anxiety about money, it's giving way to a supernatural peace. Observe how certain thought patterns need to be broken. Have you noticed how you react when you see someone prospering? What feelings arise when you think about wealth? What inner voices begin to speak when a financial growth opportunity appears? Like a spiritual lie detector, Saint Michael the Archangel is exposing limiting beliefs that have sabotaged your prosperity. This is a moment of deep liberation from every spirit of poverty that has operated in your life. Like a spiritual infestation that drains resources, this spirit has created invisible leaks in your finances. Every time you said, "This isn't for me," every time you settled for less than the best, every time you felt unworthy of prosperity, you were feeding this spirit of limitation. But now a greater authority is in operation. Saint Michael the Archangel, with his celestial fiery sword, is cutting every agreement you made consciously or unconsciously with poverty. Like Abraham, who had to leave his native land to enter into his promise, you need to let go of old mindsets that have limited your prosperity. Financial blockages often manifest as automatic behavioral patterns. Have you noticed how certain financial decisions seem to repeat themselves in your life? How you always end up choosing the path of least resistance, even when you know it's not the best? These are mental programs that need to be rewritten, spiritual codes that need to be updated. Saint Michael the Archangel is establishing a new program in your spirit. Like a divine programmer rewriting the software of your mind, he is installing new patterns of prosperity. Every prophetic declaration you make, every word of faith you utter, every act of obedience you practice, all of this is contributing to establishing a new code of abundance in your life. There are also doors that have been closed by negative words spoken over your life. Like poisoned arrows, certain statements made by authority figures, parents, teachers, spiritual leaders, have created invisible barriers on your path to prosperity. You'll never amount to anything. Money isn't for people like us, you'll always struggle financially. These words created spiritual locks that need the right key to be opened. And that key is the prophetic word being released now. Like a celestial master key, it has the authority to unlock what has been locked and to lock what needs to be locked in your financial life. Saint Michael the Archangel is using this prophetic key to unlock doors of opportunity that have been sealed for years, to open channels of provision that have been obstructed by negative decrees. But there are also blockages that have been created by your own choices and decisions. That hasty vow you made in a moment of despair, that thoughtless promise never to risk again, that oath to give up on your dreams. Like Jephthah, who made a rash vow and had to deal with the consequences, your words created spiritual bonds that need to be undone. Saint Michael the Archangel is bringing a purifying fire over these old decisions. Like precious metal being refined, your life is undergoing a purification process that will eliminate the dross of limitation and reveal the pure gold of your potential. Every sincere repentance, every conscious retraction, every new commitment to truth, all of this is contributing to your liberation. Financial blockages often manifest as strongholds, mental and spiritual structures that seem impenetrable. Like the walls of Jericho, they may seem intimidating and invincible, but just as those walls fell at a shout of victory, your limitations are crumbling before the prophetic decree that is being released. Saint Michael the Archangel is sounding a heavenly trumpet over your life. Like the sound that caused the walls of Jericho to fall, this spiritual frequency is causing tremors in the structures of limitation that have surrounded your prosperity. Every declaration of faith you make is like a march around these walls. Every word of victory you utter is like a shout that weakens their foundations. The spiritual atmosphere around you is charged with a holy energy, a tangible presence of transformation that can be felt even physically. Like the air before a refreshing rain, there is a supernatural expectation hovering over your life. The breakthrough is no longer a distant possibility. It's a reality that has already begun to manifest in your world. Saint Michael the Archangel, with his heavenly authority, is orchestrating a transformation that surpasses anything you have ever experienced before. Can you perceive how your faith is stronger? Like a seed that finally breaks the surface of the soil, A new dimension of confidence is sprouting in your spirit. That anxiety that used to paralyze you in the face of financial challenges is being replaced by an inexplicable peace. Like a river that finds its natural course after a long detour, your life is returning to its original divine alignment. This transformation underway isn't superficial. It's a profound shift originating in the core of your being and radiating outward to every facet of your life. Like a pebble dropped into a still pond, creating ever-widening ripples, the renewal in your spirit is impacting your emotions, thoughts, words, and consequently, your finances. Archangel Michael is performing a deep spiritual surgery in your life. Like a celestial physician who addresses not just the symptoms, but the root cause, he's removing blockages buried deep within your being. Those past financial traumas, they're being healed. Those painful memories of loss and scarcity, they're being rewritten with a new narrative of victory. Paths once seemingly closed are supernaturally opening before you, like the Red Sea parting for the Israelites, Exodus 14. Obstacles that appeared insurmountable are dividing to make way for your triumph. Where there was once only desert, rivers of prosperity are beginning to flow. Like a tree planted by streams of water, Jeremiah 17:8, your roots are reaching deep springs of divine provision. This is a season of profound reconnection with your true spiritual identity. Like the prodigal son returning to his father's house, Luke 15:11-32, you're rediscovering who you truly are in the spiritual realm. That poverty-stricken slave mentality, it's being replaced by the consciousness of a son and heir. That feeling of unworthiness, it's yielding to the understanding of your spiritual royalty. Archangel Michael is restoring bridges broken on your path to abundance. Like a celestial architect, he's rebuilding spiritual connections damaged by negative experiences. That capacity for trust that was stolen, it's being returned. That boldness to dream big that was stifled, it's being rekindled. That faith to take bigger steps that was paralyzed, it's being reactivated. Are you beginning to see signs of this transformation in your daily life? Notice how your reactions are different. That unexpected bill that would once have caused panic, now you face it with supernatural peace. That opportunity, that once seemed daunting, now it awakens within you a holy boldness. Like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, you're transforming into a new financial creature. This reconnection with the divine is happening at such a profound level that even your dreams are changing. Like Joseph, who received divine guidance through dreams, Genesis 37:40-41, you're being attuned to the celestial frequencies of prosperity. Those visions of abundance visiting your nights, they are prophetic previews of what's about to manifest in your life. Archangel Michael is establishing a new order in your spiritual world. Like a general reorganizing his troops for a decisive battle, he's positioning every area of your life for maximum effectiveness. Those dormant talents, they're being awakened. Those underutilized skills, they're being empowered. Those connections that seemed lost, they're being strategically restored. The weights of the past are being lifted from your shoulders right now. Like Atlas relieved of carrying the world, you're being unburdened from loads that weren't yours to bear. That guilt over past financial failures, it's being cancelled. That shame over misguided decisions, it's being washed away. That weight of unmet expectations, it's being removed. This transformation is even affecting your body language. Have you noticed how you're standing taller, how your gaze is firmer, how your voice is more confident? These are physical manifestations of a profound spiritual shift. Like Gideon, who went from fearful to valiant warrior, Judges 6-7, your posture reflects your new identity. Archangel Michael is weaving a new mantle of authority over your life. Like Joseph receiving his colorful robe, Genesis 37:3, you're being clothed with a new identity of prosperity. Every prophetic declaration you make, every step of faith you take, every act of obedience you practice, it all contributes to establishing your new reality. Old wounds are being healed so deeply that they'll leave no scars, like the touch of the Master, Matthew 8:1-4, which not only heals but completely restores. Your financial history is being rewritten. Those experiences that were once sources of pain, They will now be testimonies of overcoming. Those failures that were once causes for shame, they will now be platforms for your victory. This reconnection with your true identity is opening doors you didn't even know existed. Like Esther discovering her true purpose, Esther 4:14, you're realizing you were created for much more than just financial survival. That dormant entrepreneurial calling, it's awakening. That seemingly impossible vision of empire, it's becoming tangible. Archangel Michael is establishing a new spiritual frequency in your life. Like a radio being tuned to the correct station, you're being aligned with the celestial waves of prosperity. That static of doubt interfering with your faith, it's being eliminated. That noise of fear distorting your vision, it's being silenced. The ties to a past of scarcity are being severed definitively. Like a ship casting off its moorings to sail the open sea, you're being released to venture into deeper waters of prosperity. That fear of taking risks, it's being replaced by holy boldness. That tendency to settle for less, it's giving way to sanctified ambition. This transformation isn't just for you, it's to impact generations. Like Abraham, whose blessing reached nations, Genesis 12:1-3, your financial shift will be a testimony inspiring others to believe in their own turnaround. Those who have observed your struggle, they will witness your victory. Those who doubted your recovery, they will be impacted by your transformation. If you feel this change has already begun in your life, if your spirit testifies to this prophetic word, declare now with full conviction, I am ready to live the new. May 2025 is my season of complete transformation. The old has passed away, behold, all things have become new. Revelation 21:5. This is the 5th chapter of your prophetic journey. In the next and final chapter, we will celebrate your victory and receive the final call to this new dimension of prosperity. Prepare yourself. The greatest revelation is about to be manifested. We have reached the culmination of your prophetic journey, the sacred moment when victory is no longer a distant promise, but a tangible reality you can touch with your hands of faith. Like an athlete who has already crossed the finish line before, even completing the race, your financial victory in May 2025 is already established in the heavenly realms. Archangel Michael, with all the authority of the heavenly hosts, stands beside you to seal this prophetic decree over your life. Can you feel the atmosphere of triumph forming around you? It's as if the very air is charged with particles of victory, each breath bringing more strength, more certainty, more conviction to your spirit. That feeling of defeat that weighed so heavily on your shoulders for so long, it's being replaced by a mantle of honor. That identity of a struggler who always had to strive to survive, it's giving way to the identity of a victor who prospers naturally. This is the moment to visualize your victory with crystal clarity. Close your eyes now and allow your spirit to travel to May 2025. See the debts that tormented you so much completely paid off. Contemplate your bank account not just stable, but overflowing with abundance. Observe opportunities multiplying like flowers in spring. Feel the peace of a mind free from financial worries, of a heart at rest in divine provision. Archangel Michael is opening the heavenly treasuries over your life, like a dammed river finally, finding freedom. Financial resources are beginning to flow in your direction. Those projects that seemed impossible, now they will have supernatural funding. Those dreams that seemed too big, now they will have abundant provision. Those ideas that seemed too bold, now they will have divine backing. This isn't just a financial change, it's a complete transformation of identity. Like Joseph, who went from prisoner to prime minister, Genesis 39:41, you are being elevated to a new position of authority and influence. That employee mentality, it's being replaced by an entrepreneurial mindset. That limited vision of survival, it's expanding into a vision of empire. Archangel Michael is placing a crown of prosperity on your head. Like David being anointed by Samuel, 1 Samuel 16:13, you are being anointed to reign in a new financial dimension. Every prophetic word spoken over your life, every promise that seemed dormant, every dream planted in your heart, it's all awakening to manifestation at this hour. The signs of this victory are already appearing in your life. Have you noticed how people are treating you differently? How doors are opening without you having to force them? How lucrative ideas are flowing into your mind with a clarity you've never experienced before? These are preliminary manifestations of the complete transformation about to erupt in May 2025. This victory will not only be personal, it will be a testimony that will impact generations. Like Abraham, whose blessing reached nations, your prosperity will be a prophetic declaration that will inspire others to believe in their own turnaround. Those who doubted your recovery, they will be the first to witness your transformation. Those who mocked your faith, they will be impacted by your victory. Archangel Michael is establishing a new standard of prosperity in your life. Like a celestial architect drawing a new blueprint, he's restructuring your financial reality. Those cycles of scarcity that seemed inevitable, they're being broken. Those patterns of loss that seemed your destiny, they're being rewritten. Those limitations that seemed permanent, they're being removed. This is the moment to declare your victory with unwavering conviction. Like Joshua marching around Jericho, Joshua 6, every declaration of faith you make is a step closer to the total collapse of the walls of limitation in your life. Those debts that seemed insurmountable, they're crumbling. Those blockages that seemed eternal, they're dissolving. Those doors that seemed sealed, they're opening. Archangel Michael is sounding a trumpet of victory over your life. Like the sound that brought down the walls of Jericho, this celestial frequency is causing tremors in every structure of limitation that has surrounded your prosperity. May 2025 isn't just a date, it's a prophetic portal through which you will enter a new dimension of abundance. The authority being released over your life at this moment is irrevocable. Like the scepter extended to Esther, guaranteeing her access to the king, Esther 5:2. You are receiving authority to access resources that once seemed unattainable. Those investments that seemed too risky, now they will have divine wisdom. Those negotiations that seemed too complex, now they will have supernatural guidance. This is a call to a new posture before life. Like Moses, who had to remove his sandals before the burning bush, Exodus 3:5, you need to shed old attitudes and embrace a new way of walking in prosperity. That shyness about money, it needs to give way to holy boldness. That fear of large numbers, it needs to be replaced by expanded faith. Archangel Michael is establishing a new spiritual territory for you, like Joshua conquering Canaan, Joshua 1. Every area of prosperity you claim will be yours by divine right. Those markets that seemed closed, they're opening for you. Those opportunities that seemed reserved for others, they're being directed to you. Those resources that seemed scarce, they're multiplying for you. This victory manifesting is only the beginning of a new era in your life. Like the dawn of a new day, the first rays of prosperity you're seeing are just a prelude to the full splendor that's to come. May 2025 will be remembered as the month when everything changed, the moment when scarcity gave way to abundance, the instant when struggle was replaced by victory. Archangel Michael is sealing this prophetic decree with celestial authority. Like a divine notary, authenticating a sacred document, he's confirming every prophetic word declared over your financial life. Those promises that seemed too distant, they're rapidly approaching. Those dreams that seemed too big, they're materializing before your eyes. This is the moment of your greatest harvest. Like a farmer who planted in the right season and now sees his fields white for harvest, John 4:35. You're about to reap the fruit of every seed of faith you've planted. Those prayers that seemed unanswered, they're germinating into tangible blessings. Those tears that seemed wasted, they're transforming into eternal treasures. If your spirit is vibrating in agreement with this prophetic word, if your heart is racing with the certainty of this victory, declare now with all authority, my financial victory in May 2025 is certain. The doors are open, prosperity is flowing, the transformation is complete. This is the moment to share this prophetic message. Like a torch that lights other torches, your ignited faith will inspire others to believe in their own turnaround. Share this word with someone who needs hope today. Be a channel of blessing to others, just as you have been blessed. The prophetic journey is complete, but your victory story is just beginning. Like a book whose first chapter has just been written, your life is unfolding into a narrative of prosperity that will impact generations. May 2025 is not the end. It's just the beginning of a new era of boundless abundance in your life.